Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This studio was sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We really, really appreciate it. And I realize I don't have my rundown up because I'm an idiot. If you could share the show, that would be really great. If you're on YouTube, if you could subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when we go live, which is every other Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, if you could retweet it on Twitter, like us on Facebook, all that fun stuff. You can send us to, you can go to our website, gigeconomy-podcast.com. Also, the link tree in the description has all our fun stuff. Hi, I need to take a breath. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Are you breathing now?
Yeah, I'm trying to get through this stuff a little bit quicker and get into our content.
So people can also sign up for our newsletter. That way they'll also be notified when we go live.
Yes, if you could do that, that would be great too. Sign up for the newsletter if you go to gigeconomy-podcast.com. We should put that description in the in the show notes too.
Hey, call out to Janet, to Laura, and to Lincoln with Nas.
I feel like linking with Nas is probably some sort of spam account.
I don't know.
Who knows?
He said hello.
He did say hello.
I'm not saying hello to Ben because, it's just Ben.
Ben said meow. That's cool. So where am I at? So, yeah, you can find everything, gigeconomy-podcast.com or the link tree. Also, we have merch, all that fun stuff. All that stuff is in the link tree. I think the merch is in the link tree. It might not be, but you can find it.
gigeconomy-podcast.com.
Yes.
Big ass merch button on top.
Right. Big ass merch button. I want to thank
Please buy something.
Our Patreon members. We had two new ones in the last week or so. Eddie from Houston, that would be Sumpunk, and then Chris from Grand Rapids, which we met at the picnic, which I would like to share a few pictures of the picnic.
It was awesome.
It was fun. Okay, here is picture number one. That's our awesome sign that we bought a while back, and we've saved it, and we've only used it for twice in our life. Here's a couple of pictures. We got Larry. Omar right here. That's his back. We should have got an email address for Omar. I just realized that. There's my bearded ass, Jesper, kicking back.
Christopher just joined too. So
Chris,
good.
Posthumus, Christopher Hard, and his girlfriend, and then Matt Davis. What else we got? There's another picture. This is the party at my house. There's Aaron, the little turd. I think Leo took that picture. Here's my beautiful wife. And then my son came too, and there's my wife trying to photobomb in the back. So that's kind of funny.
I think she did pretty good.
She did a great job, an excellent job. So our Patreon members, again, Keith from Georgia, who won a t-shirt, Janet from New Zealand, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson, Steve from Colorado, who was supposed to be on the show tonight. Maybe had some timing things go on. I don't see anything from him, but
I think he's going to join us.
I think he might show up, but
yeah.
Steve from Colorado, Leo, of course, from Detroit, and then Chris and Eddie. Thank you so much. You can join the Telegram group. The link is in the description. We talk shit. It's NC-17, can be at times. So just be careful with that. If you are offended easily, blame John, which I didn't see John in the chat today. He always talks. Somebody should probably check in on John. That would be great. How awkward is Steve's supposed to be on the show and I'm promoting his podcast right now, Rideshare Rodeo. If you wanted to,
you shouldn't do that.
I know I should be like this. Hello, Steve. Hello. Anyways, you can check his podcast out, Rideshare Rodeo, wherever you download podcasts, or uberliftdrivers.com. He's like the nuts and bolts kind of guy of stuff. We talk about a lot of fun stuff. We talk about some nuts and bolts, but we like to have fun too. So
yeah, he doesn't like that fun at all.
No, his that sounded like a cut, didn't it?
Dry.
No, he's super smart when it comes to all that gig stuff.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate him supporting us, and he'll be on here when he's on here. One cool thing about StreamYard, when he does chime in, it just sends me a notification and I can just bring him in. So that's kind of why you have the different camera views tonight from us, because we were expecting.
We are both in the studio.
Steven, yes. Okay. Where am I at here?
Where are you at?
I don't know.
There you are.
Irvine's Auto Repair and Well, that's awkward. My ass has a beard. I need to get that off there. Hold on. How do I get back to? Okay, there we go.
Click it off.
There we go.
Click it off.
Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV is our studio sponsor. We can't thank them enough. You can call them at 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com, of course. They fix everything except Teslas.
Megan and her crew is awesome.
Yes, they have an amazing Google reviews. I think it's, let's see, this one's 4.7 out of 325. So that's pretty good. 325 of 4.7.
This screenshot is probably what, like 6 months old?
No, I updated it like a month ago, I think. So yeah, please check them out. And please, if you do schedule service, even if for an oil change, can you mention that you heard it from the Gig Economy podcast? Because that helps us in the long run. And they work on hybrids. I mean, gas at $3 a gallon. I've been looking at a hybrid too. I mean, my car is getting up there. It's still running great, but I'm thinking about getting a hybrid at some point.
Could be Denmark, $12 a gallon.
Ugh. Yeah, but you guys all make, $1 million a year. So
no, we don't.
You don't?
We make.
All right, we're gonna try to bring Steve in. I see he popped into the studio. He's only 8 minutes late, so
I think you just leave him out there for another few minutes.
We won't give him too much shit. But how's it going, Steve?
What's up, guys?
Did you
Did
you lose track of time?
No, I was dealing with some stuff with my son. It was came up last minute. Sorry about that.
Kids are lame. You should just get rid of them.
Dude, plus not really. I know, right? Because he's a teenager too.
I got one of those too.
I mean, he's right in the heart of it too. It's awful.
Yeah, it is.
He's a great kid, man. But wow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how great the kid. It doesn't matter how great the kid is. It's still challenging. So
I think it's just payback for whatever we did.
It just it reflects back to how bad of a dad you were.
Yes.
You mean kid?
No, because I was a bad dad. That's why he reflects so negative.
Oh, I got you. You.
My son and I are so good. When he turned teenager, it was night. I mean, we've always been joined at the hip, and it's So
it's
luckily winter's coming up. We snowboard together, so that's something to get all our energy out. So
excellent. So we already talked about your show. So we still gave you a plug, even though you didn't show up on time, because we love you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So we're gonna jump into Gig Economy news.
Jesper?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not much. Just wanted to say hi to you guys and see how much I missed, because I see live 10 minutes.
See, I'm just confused as to why you didn't come to the picnic. Larry came. I said, "What's up with that?"
Man, it's a little bit farther for me.
We talked about it's 19 hours. We offered you $20 in gas.
I know. I think I even said 40. I mean, I was going to give you $40.
I was trying to figure. It was funny when you said that, because I was trying to figure out. I was like, wow, I wonder how much it would cost me to get there, because I used to know back in the day. I mean, I haven't drove that in years, but I used to drive it all the time. I used to go back and see family all the time. So
now you don't go see family?
Well, I mean, not since the pandemic. If I do, I fly.
Yeah, who wants? Once you get above like 25 years of age, no one wants to drive 19 hours. I mean,
and especially that way. And then coming home, like if I go west or south, all that's cool. Montana, Arizona, but I have to go into Michigan. It's Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois.
It's not that bad.
Gary, Indiana, and then I'm in Michigan.
Nice right now.
Right.
My wife and I are going to be we're flying to Boston in November.
Okay.
That's not too far from you, right?
You guys want to get a room, or are we going to get into business here?
I don't know. We can.
So, Steve, we're just going to touch on all these. Feel free to give your input. And we're just going to kind of go over there. Our show, some of this stuff is funny, ridiculous, stupid, all the above. But sometimes it's fun to laugh at that shit.
I know. I love it.
So here is a interesting video, a TikTok video about house numbers. As we all know, as you're delivering food, it's not so bad with Ubering, because you kind of get the general area, they'll walk out. But if you're delivering food or anything like that, please have house numbers. And I realize I have lived here since 2014, and I don't have house numbers up. I have it on my mailbox.
What is wrong with
I have it on my mailbox.
And they need to be lit up too, please.
You think so? You think so? Hang on one second. I just realized something.
Did you not add the video?
No, I I'm trying to get the notifications on StreamYard.
We're professionals here. Come on.
I'm such a boomer. What the hell? Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
But that was probably one of the reasons why I stopped delivering at night. I was like, the one night I was dropping off a.
Is it that hard to figure out?
Well,
for you?
So this was in a small. It was just dusk, right? And it was in an area where there was just like a bunch of people living. What's it called? Like almost like small condos. And I could not figure out where they were or whatever, and it just made no sense. And I was stuck in that condo association for 15 minutes trying to find the right house. And I was like, no, never again.
Yeah, condos do suck. There's one off of Wilson.
Yeah, I guess that's a different dynamic.
Yeah, and usually the GPS doesn't work with the condos, as I don't know if you've experienced that, Steve, but houses usually right on the money, but not condos.
That's why I was wondering when you said your house, because I'm like, can't you just figure out that, wait, I just missed 2-8. It must be that one.
But this is when they're like, and then they even like sometimes they are perpendicular to where the parking lot is. And it's like, what the hell? And I'm never again.
I mean, don't use the word perpendicular. That's pretty complicated. All right, let's watch this. Hang on. There we go.
Hello, Jennifer. I hope your Monday's going well. You have no markers on your house that says what number you are. And that is hard to find your house, my dude. And it's unsafe, honestly. What if you needed medical assistance and the paramedics didn't know your town well? Come on, man. Have a great day.
Okay.
I have seen that.
Interesting outfit on her.
Very, very, very.
Didn't know that was Amazon approved, but it's true.
Sure it was.
I like the song. That was pretty good.
I was gonna say I liked it when it was the song, and then when she turned into like just the normal rant as she walked away, it's like it was cool when you were singing. It was all uplifty, and people could have even heard it and learned. I don't know.
I think Pete might have known. He's like, oh.
I mean, honestly, I would have definitely got numbers on my house that night if someone shamed me and it made it to TikTok on the internet. I mean,
well, the thing is, though, it's not like everybody would recognize those buildings just because of that, right? I mean, it was not that difficult. Oh,
thank you.
But now nobody can see my mouth. Maybe that was what's going on.
Well, no one wants to see your mouth.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Pete, how do you do it again? Gosh, dang it. I went to server settings. I see no streamer mode in here. Oh, I'm such a boomer. Well, he'll text it out, then I'll figure it out. So anyways, dumbasses, put your addresses on your house and your mailbox, for God's sakes. Jesper, you're up.
I'm trying to adjust my microphone.
I know, you brought it back down again. It's pointed to your chin. Steve, can you get over here in Grand Rapids and teach him how to talk into a microphone?
Drive over here.
He's talking right into it.
Well,
he doesn't want to drive over.
I'm listening to his levels, and it sounds like he's in a tin can.
You know, it's weird. I've been having that happen to me too with other people who have good equipment too. Like I'm sounding really loud with this new mic that you told me to get. That's awesome.
Yeah, you sound great.
Now everybody else sounds like crap.
Yeah, I blame the internet and StreamYard.
I just wish you wouldn't be talking about my equipment. You know, that's not.
It's real nice. Hey, let's talk about abortion, Jesper.
But I'm bummed. So Texas has this new law, which I'm sure everybody has heard about. And basically, this story here is from Fox 17. It's all about how Lyft and Uber has come out and said that if anybody is getting sued, according to the new law, Lyft and Uber is going to cover any legal fees in regards to such a lawsuit, which I think is pretty cool. And I think it just speaks to the fact that, of course, everybody thinks that this new law is not right. So basically, 2 ride-sharing companies have announced that they would cover their drivers' legal fees if they are sued under Texas' new abortion law, which basically says if you are assisting anybody in getting an abortion, you can get sued, including taking somebody to the clinic or home from the clinic afterwards, which is absolute. Just, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
It's craziness. It's absolute craziness.
So how does the lawsuit? So I 100% wasn't listening because Pete was helping me. So why would an Uber driver get sued?
Well, because basically, how is it? So if an Uber driver picks up a woman and takes her to an abortion clinic, now he can get sued because he assisted in her getting the abortion.
Okay.
According to the law, that's how it's written.
Oh.
You can even sue
transportation.
Yeah,
so like
absolutely.
if mom brought her, she could be in
Yes.
trouble too.
Yep, absolutely.
Here's the deal though. The fine for bringing them is $3,500. Okay. Here's my question. Why I agree with you, Jesper, that it's a great thing, but here's my problem. I don't trust Uber. I mean,
Why not?
It's great that they say they're going to do it, but we've seen them time and time again do things like this and then not pay it.
Yeah, but see, that's just one time they're doing it. Then they're going to be so much in trouble that it's going to be not worth the headache of not.
Well, the
paying
PR
them.
nightmare.
That's what I'm saying.
I just wouldn't want to be that driver caught in the middle that's like, hey, dude, here's your $3,500 fine. You mail it to Uber and they're like, yeah, it's with our department in Singapore and they'll get back to you. And come on.
He just has to put one TikTok out and have that go viral, and then that's it. That's all they need, right? That's all they need.
But the problem is that one driver, he's going to get deactivated. It's going to be
I mean, look at the beginning of COVID. Do you remember that Uber did that thing where they said that if you got COVID, they were going to give you 2 weeks of pay based on your last 6 months average?
Yeah, did they ever do that?
2 people or 3 people try. A bunch of people ended up with our friends over at Legal Rideshare being like, what the heck, dude? Like, you're not taking care of this. And like, they were sending like minute checks. They were sending like $500 for what should have been $3,000.
Damn.
And by cashing the check, you're accepting it to some degree. There were all these issues. And that's kind of what I'm wondering is they're saying this, but I think they're hoping the law gets taken away before they ever have to deal with it.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what they think, but who knows how long it's gonna be? Because I mean, honestly, obviously, it's not gonna just take it away. Even though, Texas. So I don't even know how all the stuff, but they're technically, they're breaking the federal law, right? By putting this local law in place.
But now about 19 states are going to be breaking federal laws because they're not going to do the vaccine mandate. So I mean, we're like this close to a civil war again right now.
I was thinking the exact same thing. People were telling me what can happen. You know what could very well happen? The new republic could come back. I mean, it's and those are scary thoughts though. And again, not that I'm by any means saying that it will or I'm not being a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but it's like I think it's a very real potential outcome is some kind of a civil war.
Well, that's going to get overturned by the Supreme Court. What's going on in Texas?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would hope. I mean,
at some point. Pete says that's why I stay off Facebook. I'm only here for you guys.
Thanks, Pete.
We actually
too much bullshit otherwise.
We appreciate that.
Oh, we appreciate you,
Pete. I'm starting to get back on there, but I agree with Pete. I hate Facebook too. I hate Facebook.
Social media in general sucks.
I've been going to the point where I just kind of lurk on Facebook. I think it's a necessary evil with podcasts.
We have to.
It's part of it, but I rarely post anything. Like if I'm posting, I'm sharing my own show. Like it's not like I'm like, hi, mowed the lawn today and I killed 3 baby bunnies with the mower. I mean, it's nothing like that. So
when I see 17,000 members who always are active on Para, and then I see somebody post something and I see, it says seen by 24. I'm like, what? How is it seen by 24 with 17,000 and half of them are on here daily?
I'm pretty sure I got kicked out of there. I don't see their posts anymore. They probably
You're still in there.
Am I? I kept spamming the show. I stopped doing it because they kept rejecting it. So
you're in the 17. The other one got shut down.
Oh, maybe I never joined the new one.
No, you're in it.
Oh, I am. I'm not seeing
Yeah.
the vote. Maybe I hit it.
You know how when you click the group, you see like people right away
Oh,
first.
yeah.
I always see you right in there
Oh, well.
because the old one was like 40,000, and that was the one that was starting to get out of control. So they just said we're moving it to the original para page,
Okay.
and we're only moving some of you.
It's all about engagement with Facebook, right? So you
Yeah.
really have to engage with the group, otherwise you're not going to get it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's just, yeah. But
All right.
Who knows the algorithm?
Moving on, UPS has bought Roadie. Bought Roadie? Not bought. Why am I asking the Dane about the English?
It's bought.
By the way, you know what I found out at the podcast conference that Steve's going with me and Larry? That Hindenburg, the software used to edit, is from Denmark.
Oh, I didn't know.
I thought it was German.
Well, Hindenburg. I mean,
Well, you think Hindenburg, you think Germany. I don't know.
Well, because
it's from Denmark.
Dane.
Sorry, moving on. So UPS has bought Roadie.
Christopher says purchased instead of bought.
Purchased. Thank you, Christopher.
I like that. I think you can say bought.
You can't
Yeah,
say
but
bought.
it's bought-in. Roadie,
You can say
UPS
bought.
has bought in Roadie. I think that's okay.
I don't even know that that's a word.
Bought-in?
No, it's not. It's bought. Bought. You know what else I found out today? Remember MailChimp?
Yeah.
Got bought by QuickBooks.
It did?
It got bought.
Why?
It's in the process. Yeah, bought.
Bought-in. It is a word. BOUGHTEN.
Okay.
That means something else. No.
Bought rather than homemade. Oh, let's go to Urban Dictionary. Oh no, don't want to do that. Why would QuickBooks?
I'm gonna go
find it?
grab a
They're
light.
in the
I need a
process
lamp
of
here.
Yeah, you are getting dark there.
Because they have a whole family of products, and
Yeah, they do.
MailChimp fits nicely in there. So it's not complete yet, but they're in the process. The owner of MailChimp announced it yesterday, and they're in the process. It'll be finished next year.
You think it'll be still free?
MailChimp isn't free.
Well, it is.
They have a free level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Okay. All right. So UPS has bought Roadie, which makes sense because UPS is trying to get into the same day delivery game.
Right.
I'm not sure it's a good fit to buy Roadie. They're actually running as separate companies, so they're not intertwining their packages at all. So it's literally just a financial buy. So it's not like you're going to order and you're going to get. It's very confusing. So
unless they're buying to get the algorithm,
that might be it. They might buy it at this point. They're running separately.
Shut it down
and shut it down eventually. Because I don't know why UPS hasn't got into that game. Somehow Amazon is incredible as far as getting moving packages. They have that down pat. I mean, it's incredible. So it says UPS is looking to provide same-day delivery options for goods of all types. Roadie will be able to provide service or shipments that don't fit within the purview. Who wrote this? Helen Keller of UPS deliveries because of the package size, perishability, and shipping materials. Roadie is looking to scale exponentially under the UPS banner. The gig delivery spaces got more lucrative. What else did I read earlier? Are
you finished?
No, I'm not. There was something else I read. Oh yeah, after the acquisition, Roadie will still operate under its name and will still operate independently as a whole owned subsidiary. Subsidiary. Damn, nice. Of UPS. Both companies say goods transported by Roadie will not cross over to UPS shipping network and vice versa, according to the release.
They just want to buy
they want the software.
They want the software and the algorithm.
Well,
shut Roadie down.
What's interesting,
and they want the customer base
from Roadie.
Sure,
but Roadie, I don't think it's that big.
Was never that
well,
big.
I mean, it's enough to bring Roadie on and be able to integrate it into their transportation services and have some customer base to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, Roadie isn't very big around here, and when it is, it was the airport. It wasn't.
Yeah, no,
you know,
kind of.
No, in fact, I had Jason Peason on last week, Idaho Jason, and he does some Roadie, and he told me that often he gets there, like he got to Walmart on a Roadie ride, and they brought out like this basketball hoop in a box that was the size of his Prius. And he's like, what the hell? What do you want me to do here? And
Yeah, you want me to mount it on top?
And the dude said, you're the third roadie driver that can't fit it in their car.
Well, if it was a good company like Curry, I mean, they would know that you only have a Prius and you can only take small items.
I mean, I think these companies really need to get their logistics on the sizing down too, not just the weight, because a lot of them just put the weight.
Right.
That doesn't really help you. I mean,
no.
Maybe they should buy Curry instead of Roadie.
I mean, 200 pounds could be anything. It could be this big, or it could be.
Well, 200 pounds could be 8 rotors for a car.
Right.
You know, and that takes up two
nothing.
Two boxes
right
that
up
could
a box.
Fit it could fit in a Prius.
Right.
So it's very confusing.
I mean, so Roadie just did the weight, and they didn't force their customers to do specs, just weight.
Interesting.
So that was a real nightmare too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, UPS is going to have to step up their game because, you know, they're all. What's interesting about UPS is I'm going to go back when I did work for them that one season. I shaved this beard off. We all remembered those tragic times. They what was I going to say? I totally forgot. Oh, there's no GPS system in those things. It's all paper maps. They use no GPS.
You think that's still the same now?
No, that was in 2019. They were slowly starting to bring on GPS, but it's nothing that I dealt with. I basically got an area on the west side. I had these 6 streets, and I was to learn it, and that's what I did. And every once in a while, I pulled my phone out.
Wait, you figured it out?
Yeah.
Wow,
well, when you're going to the
impressed.
same 6 streets every day, you figure out real quick how to do stuff. And by the end of that seasonal, I very rarely had to pull my phone out unless I got turned around and didn't know where I was. It
only took you about, 4 months to learn 6
3 months. I mean, I'm tongue in cheek 6 streets. It was more.
Why on earth would UPS still be operating on a pen and paper system?
Well, for one, it's quicker.
I know, but
it's quicker. Once these guys learn their routes, they don't want a system that takes time to load and do all that. It's quicker.
Yeah, I get it.
And think of the amount of money it would cost to implement all. I mean, just the GR branch. I mean, there were probably 400 trucks in that warehouse. I'm not kidding you. I mean, that's just little Grand Rapids in a medium-sized market. Imagine New York, LA, Chicago. I mean, it cost them billions of dollars to do that.
But look at the infrastructure that Amazon did and how well it's working for them.
Exactly, but they're using independent contractors with phones to deliver that shit.
Well, not all of them. That's the flex drivers. Yes.
The warehouse guys are the regular guys are the same way. They use their phones.
No, I know, but they're not independent.
Well, no, that has nothing to do with it. My point is they don't have an installed GPS system. They use a phone.
What? Okay.
We're talking about maps here. We're not talking. What's the point?
We're talking past each other. It's fine. My point is that a simple phone, which is not a large purchase, can handle it.
Correct.
Right.
And that's what Amazon does.
That's what UPS could do. Put a $200 phone in every car on a simple system.
That's true.
I mean, it's not like it has to cost an arm and a leg.
I think it would cost an arm and a leg to integrate the software because it's probably not set up for that kind of thing. But yeah, we would go. It was interesting. We'd go to a computer, be a wall of computers, and I'd get my route and I'd print out paper maps. That's how my day would start. It was very archaic for this time of life.
You didn't have to do any kind of data entry or anything at the end of the day. You just handed the clipboard.
We actually had little handhelds. You ever see the guys?
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like, that's it. That was your day. Okay.
That's how I logged my stops, and then I would.
But see, that's the thing. So you have that over. Why doesn't that have the map built into it?
Because it's super archaic.
No, I know, but I mean, that's how difficult it would have to be. You wouldn't have to do anything. Just give you a new scanner.
Yeah, I mean the screen's like this big,
I know.
And it's very like yes, no. It's the old.
We all know everything comes down to money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, UPS would upgrade everything and have like futuristic flying trucks if they had the money and the ability. You know, it's. I mean, my guess is UPS is struggling a bit.
Yeah, they are. Amazon's kicking their ass.
You know,
all right.
Because they have a better system.
They do. I will admit they do. UPS needs to get caught up to the 21st century.
Yeah. Sounds like they need to get into the 19th century first.
All right. This I thought was kind of interesting. I know my internet's kind of cutting out, y'all. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. But the audio people can, so that's all I care about. No, I'm just kidding. I care about you guys too.
I do not have a mask. I don't believe in that. But if you do, I will wear my shirt over my face.
So
yeah, no.
it's just to bring up the stupid shit that you see out there.
The mask issue.
Yeah. I mean, that's prevented you.
Was she cute? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen, Steve, that wasn't very nice.
Got to give him one for that.
But anyways, I don't want to go there. But yeah, that is still preventing me from driving, and I think it's twofold, right? So I obviously want to do. I'm kind of a stickler for doing the right thing, but people has just kind of said, well, go out and drive, and if the riders are wearing a mask, then you wear one. If the riders are not wearing a mask, then don't wear it. But no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wearing a mask, and you're supposed to turn down the ride if they're not wearing a mask. The problem is, you're risking people being stupid about it, the riders being stupid about it, and kind of finding stupid things to report you for, right? And so you're getting on all these 1 stars, you're getting all this bad things. And so that's in general the things that I've said, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it, because I'm going to be the one who's like, no, I'm having my mask on, and so are you. Otherwise, get out of my car. And I'm going to be, it's going to be there. So for now, I'm still not driving, even though I missed the heck of it.
What about you, Steve? Are you driving right now?
I'm driving Curry.
See,
I'm doing some filming for Curry too. I'm going to be doing a video for them on their route rides. So nice. And I'm going to clip it all together. But yeah, Jason, I was just saying that I'm going to be doing a route ride for an entire day with Curry with one of their route drivers, and then clipping together some kind of video for them.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to see like all the ins and the outs from the warehouse to and these aren't the people just taking the rides. This is going to be the people who are route drivers. And dude, I mean, like, I got to tell you, like, if you don't mind, let me read you this price of how much I got a text the other day. This was for a job with Curry, still as an independent contractor. However, listen to this pay. I mean, this was crazy. Okay, so I get a text. Hey there, this is Bradley with Curry. I have an opportunity starting this Thursday morning, 7 a.m., running a daily delivery route for 8 hours a day in our 26-foot flatbed, so it's not even your car, out of Aurora. That's about 10 miles from my house, Monday through Friday, starting at $28 per hour. We guarantee 8 hours of pay, daily payout $224, and OT of $37.50.
Damn.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's not even picking up rides. That's a route ride. That's something every day you're paid out, like a lot of these jobs are doing, at $224. And if you do any overtime, you're getting $37.50 an hour.
But see, that ties into the fact that it is so difficult to find semi drivers too, truck drivers in general.
Yeah.
Bus drivers.
Right. It's just, yeah, there we go. Sign me up.
Well, nobody wants, I wouldn't drive a bus either. I mean,
hey, no, I'm thinking about driving a bus this winter.
Are you?
Substitute, yeah.
I'm just saying for sickness reasons, even before COVID, it's like bus drivers always are sick.
Fuck them kids. We're wearing masks.
just wear a gas mask.
Can you imagine me as a bus driver for like elementary kids?
Just have on full fatigues and like gas mask and.
Listen, you MRFers, you better sit your ass down, put your mask on, or I'm gonna beat you and tell your parents.
Right, like you have one of those cop wands.
Oh man, I think that would be my last day on the job.
You think so?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mom, Santa hit me in the bus.
Santa, you dick.
Like Santa.
All right. This one's kind of interesting. It's a ship rundown, 3 items total. Apple juice, cool. 128 gig micro SD card. And then he had a special request. Grab a pack of Fleet Enema. It's bottles you squeeze in your booty hole. Okay. I'm sure everyone listening to this podcast knows what an enema is, but thank you for telling me about your booty hole.
Pete got him. He's a
What?
So the other two on
Got
that
'em.
screen looked like they were printed by the store professionally.
Yeah.
what's that?
Are you allowed to like? I mean, that's not how it's written in the store.
No. God, if it would be, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of that management team if they wrote that. Like, I want to work for this store. So with Shipped, you can add special requests, and what you'll do is you'll find it and you just add your own price to it.
Oh, in case you can't find.
Yeah, for
Okay.
whatever reason, maybe it wasn't in the Shipped app, and you know Target carries fleet enemas, so I mean it's not like it's a huge deal. But yep, you can do that, and you just write your own price. Make sure you write it about 50 to 100% higher than what it is, and so no, I think Shipped
That's
has.
how you get your tip.
That's exactly, because the higher the price, the more money you make. But I'm sure Shipped has some sort of probably some variances, right? Where they kind of, I don't know. If it's not in the system, how do they know what the price is, I guess?
They will never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if it's like $6 for a pack, you could write $60.
$60.
But you get fired the next day. But that's okay.
You made $54.
Right. All right. Before we continue on, just want to talk about Maestro. They came to us and said, hey, we have an iOS app. We want you to talk about it. So, which is amazing. I haven't used it yet because, again, I have a gig economy podcast and I don't do gig work. That should be like our
summer.
That should be our, yeah, I know. I got about 5 weeks left of work, so then I'll be back. But Maestro is an app that helps you multi app without
multitask
between apps. So you can add Lyft and Uber. You can set up filters, a long trip filter, auto accepting, all that stuff. It's basically super customizable. You can set it up, say, I don't want any rides that are more than 7 minutes away. And what the cool thing about it, which driver utility does not do, I had to actually say that out loud so I could get it right. It doesn't pop up. It just takes it away. So you never see it. Well, at least with Maestro, it'll pop up. So if you're really slow and you want to take it, you can. So check it out. Please use the link in our description. It shows Maestro that we have been talking about them and you guys want to do it. But it's amazing. I'm planning on using it this fall if I take riders. I don't know if I will be. So, but yeah, Maestro, we appreciate. It's my computer over there that made it. Appreciate you supporting us, and hopefully you will download the app.
I think the person from the next video coming up wished that Maestro would support DoorDash.
I don't remember this one.
The other cool thing about Maestro is you can set those parameters like you were talking about for each platform. You like for Lyft, you can say, I only want short trips. For Uber, you can say, I only want long. So you can play your market to really you don't have to set it as like, this is all I'm looking for in everything.
Oh, okay. So I'm really interested to try it on iOS because as we know, Steve, Apple lover, brother, Jesper, fuck you. I almost did a spit take. That's always I go on the show between my other podcasts and this one to get someone to do a spit take. But I'm surprised Maestro was able to get all those accessibility features in the Apple Store. So I'm curious to try it out.
How well it works.
How well it works.
Yeah.
The original Maestro that had all the people in the beginning couldn't. I talked to the new guy too, and I know you have multiple times, but like they got that. Their development team must be a little more superior because they pushed that right through to the iOS. Unless
Apple's loosened up a little bit on those ends,
it could be a mix.
They haven't.
No, well, you would think that if it would be a back end app, I call it, where it's not trusted by the developer, or you know what I mean. Apple, you have to do it in the back door.
It won't get in
the App Store.
Yeah.
The problem is they Apple runs on a Unix system. So it's a completely different code. So like there is no backdoor. There is no way to sneak anything. So that's why, unlike Google, where you can put anything up that even doesn't work, on iOS, they really do look into it and make sure it's bulletproof.
Awesome. I just realized I don't think I added this video. Hold on.
You didn't add the video.
I had that last show too. Give me a second. God dang it. Okay, I found it. Hold on.
Job.
See, this is why I love StreamYard. because I'm able to add it. Just give me a second. So this guy talks about the $2 delivery charge, or the $2 that people are taking. It's still uploading, so I'm stalling.
And I gotta say, there was something he said at the end, which I'm not gonna say we're gonna play it, but that really struck a chord with me.
Yes, it's a little bit longer.
Yes,
it's like 1:30.
Watch it to the end, because
It's still uploading.
His message is actually worth listening to. It. He's very true.
We do not take $2 orders or $3. Stop taking it. Your job is not worth $2 or $3, so why do you take something that is not the worth of what you're doing? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a better question. If somebody gave you $2 or $3 cash and they say, hey man, can you go to the store, pick up this and that for me, or to the restaurant yet? Pick up this and that for me and come back and give it to me, pick up my food, I'll pay you, man. And you ask them how much? They're like, $2. They take out the cash, $1 bill, $2 bills here. Would you do it? You wouldn't do it. You know this. So why do you accept it through the app once you go online with Uber? You know you wouldn't. If I gave you $2 cash, you could probably make more standing in a corner. Okay, in that period of time that you go pick up the delivery, drop it off, and you're finished, you probably make more than $2 begging. Oh, you're not hearing me. You will probably make more than $2 begging at a light. So why are you accepting $2 and $3 orders? Come on, man. You guys gotta wake up and stand up for yourself. That's a disrespect. That's like you disrespecting yourself when you take something like that.
Just like you disrespecting yourself.
Yep. I mean, that's true.
Good luck finding a corner these days.
Oh, dude, yeah, they all taken.
They're not hiring anymore.
They're a dime a dozen, man. They're a dime a dozen. What you talking about? But no,
I
like
just mean here in Denver, there's somebody on every one now.
I know that.
Is it really?
All the corners are taken.
Yeah, if you respect yourself, don't take a $2 order. And he really makes a good point. Like, if I said to you, Jesper, can you run 20 minutes? I mean, it's literally to your house. Can you run to your house, pick something up, bring it back? I'll give you $2. You tell me to go fuck yourself. Like,
however, in that case, at least you guys are talking, and he would say, "Go F yourself."
Yeah, that's true.
And he'd say, "How about 15 or 20?" Like, it's not through an app. This is face to face, and no,
that's true.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, I don't think anyone even would say that to a person. I don't think you would go to a friend, or even like not even a friend. You'd go to somebody at Home Depot. Hey, I bought this lumber. Can you drive it to my house for $2? Like 3 2x4s? You'd be like, get the hell out of here.
But I think it points to the other side of it too, right?
What's that?
It's like, why are you not tipping more?
Wow.
Like, what
you got to start with the drivers. You really do, because clearly the people that aren't tipping are continuing to do it because people are taking the $2 orders.
Oh, I agree.
So it's easier to get to the drivers with those videos than the people out there. Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, you should be tipping. But $2, I don't understand these companies. It's just disgusting. $2, like, I can't believe you.
Why is that the minimum fare?
Well, it used to be more.
Right.
And at least Uber, and maybe they've changed it, but Uber and Grubhub at least pay you mileage. DoorDash is like, it's $3, whether it's 10 miles or 3 miles, it's $3.
No, it's
not. No, not for me.
Right. Ain't taking that shit.
Nope. All right. So here's a couple of things.
You know, it could be newbies and rental car people too.
Oh, there's lots of those, but
you mean they have to make the money regardless?
And the trips and all the criteria you need to do to get your deal on the car and all this, that, and the other, who are just like, accept.
And I think a lot of people fall into and we tease Leo about it, but being a top dasher, like there's like, you'll have full access to the schedule. You'll have all these other perks. Meanwhile, if they would do it the correct way and take what's valuable, they would make more money. But people don't realize that. They get worried. They got bills to pay. I I don't want you to take the $2, but I also understand if you're broke and you got to do it. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to hunt you down and
get out of the car, get up on the corner and back.
Well,
that's what
he'll call me and I'll hunt you down.
Yeah, that's right.
No, because I agree with the guy, man. Don't take it, guys.
Steve has some exponential skill or what is that guy's name? The guy that kills people or he calls on the phone.
Whoa.
I'm recording.
What?
I don't know. I'm gonna
kill people.
I'm gonna edit that out on the podcast so no one will hear that. All right. So this is kind of interesting. Hey man, my stuff is going to be cold. This is a customer and I don't know, probably Uber Eats. Hey man, my stuff is going to be cold. My food was picked up 42 minutes ago. It's hard to say. My guess is your order was dropped by another dasher before me. I'm on my way. You called me. I understand your predicament, but fast food almost an hour old isn't good. Can you get fresh food? Driver, unfortunately, I cannot. I kept your food in my bag, so it should be okay. If not, feel free to leave me a bad review. For one, why? I'll own it. Oh, you find out later. I'll own it. If I had known that my second restaurant was going to take that long, I would have declined it and delivered your food 20 minutes ago. Ooh, you don't want to say that.
That's bro. Yeah, that comment is wild.
I definitely understand your frustration. Also, if you wouldn't mind leaving a terrible review for Soul, they're the reason this happened. I don't know if that was the restaurant or maybe the other driver.
Right.
Customer, so you're on your way now. I'm hungry. I've already tipped and you picked it up almost an hour ago. I'm saying you're not human. I'm not saying you're not human, but I've worked in the restaurant industry for 21 years. If you can't take on several orders at a time, then don't take them. It's not the restaurant that suffers, it's your clientele, which is a good point.
Yeah, but as a restaurateur for many, many years, that's also a BS point because you take every customer and you deal with it. If you're shorthanded, you just jump into triple speed mode.
Yeah.
You get stuff handled, you get it expedited, you work that out and you figure it out. You don't start going, listen, we're understaffed. It's going to be in 2 hours. You figure it out.
Yeah. And if you can't, then you're just going to pay the piper.
Right. But you still never would want, you don't want less people,
Right. Yeah. That guy should have known. I don't know. If I would have got to the restaurant and I waited like more than 5 or 7 minutes, so he's already got this guy's food, right? He goes to the second restaurant. 5 minutes in and I don't see it in sight. I drop it. I drop that one and go deliver the guy's food I already have.
So you guys have more experience in this space. Why did it say 40 minutes that he had it? Because he said that it had been, maybe it was dropped by somebody else. I've had it for 40 minutes. I'm thinking, dude, because it's been sitting under the heat lamp for 40 minutes, but I know it's in your bag staying kind of warm, but dude.
Yeah, he made some terrible mistakes. Like I said,
I waited too long for the food for the next one. And I don't know where that 40 minutes came in, where if the customer ordered it 40 minutes ago and what's his name had it, Saul or whatever, and then he dropped it, but the customer didn't realize it. So it was kind of confusing who actually had the order. My guess is that it was 40 minutes since he picked it up, and then he started communicating with him, which was probably another 20, 30 minutes before he got it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're talking about such a long timeline.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that guy should have not taken... If I would have picked up that order, I always look at the tickets, and I was like, holy shit, this thing's been in here for 40 minutes. I won't take a second one. I'll just deliver it. I try to be nice because I don't want that food either. So I try to do what I would want other people to do for me.
Yep.
Because I don't want to get a bad review either. So
apparently this guy wanted it. So.
Well, he shouldn't have fucking texted all that shit. Like,
I don't know. Can you also go back and give the original driver who had it a bad review? You probably can't.
I doubt it. It's whoever completed the order.
Whoever brings it's the only person you're going to be able to, unless you made a call, and even then you're just talking to people in Taiwan who don't care.
Well, we'll talk about that later on. Speaking of DoorDash support. All right, Jesper. This one's pretty easy.
Tips from a food industry expert.
Nope.
What? Nope. Yeah.
I got you, buddy.
Nope.
There we go. So basically, this is Jose.
Yep.
And I still don't remember how you gave this to me, but basically,
it's just a picture of
9,000 deliveries, 8,770, almost 9,000 deliveries, which is crazy.
And 11,000 rides. Did you see that part?
20,000. Yep.
So that's incredible. That guy must work 12 hours, 7 days a week. I mean,
But how long of a time was this over?
yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't say.
I mean, it's obviously Uber, and he's Diamond. He's
Diamond, bitch.
He's a Diamond bitch, right? So
Right, but my Uber rides say over 20,000.
Does it really?
Yeah,
How many deliveries, Steve?
did you do those,
None.
Steve? Or did you do-
zero. It says
You
zero.
Yeah, I know.
Or it probably doesn't even say. I
Mine-
am registered for Uber Eats. I've just never even done one.
You've not done one?
Not Uber Eats.
You gotta.
I did the
economy
DoorDash.
podcast?
I did the DoorDash platform, but I was still, I don't know. I really wasn't. I had a bad taste in my mouth about Uber after the pandemic. I just wasn't ready to.
No pun intended.
And then I learned about DoorDash, and now I got a great taste about Uber Eats.
Ah, yeah. You come crawling back. Hey-o.
No, I don't. I hate delivery too, Steve. It's just not for me.
Everybody says they love it because they love not having the passengers. I being in the service industry, I miss some of the conversation, and to be honest, I really hate the smell in my car.
Really? You don't like it?
No.
No, I mean, like I go here in Denver, we have so many different restaurants, and I live really close to Colfax, the main road that goes, America's longest road, Highway 40, or whatever. And it's, we go through there, and it's all like, Thai food or this or that. I mean, you're gonna have weird smells in your car.
Well, that's why you use a bag so that it's in the bag.
But it still smells.
I know everyone's got their thing. I didn't mind passengers, but when I hear the drunk stories, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that shit again. Like, I just don't want to deal with it.
See, I liked it.
If the money's there,
I like it too.
I will go. I go where the money's at.
Nobody heard me, but I mean, I got, I have a belt clip with a thing of mace. I have my taser on my left. I mean, I'm ready to go, dude.
You're ready to rock and roll.
I'm ready to shut it down, dude.
Matching
Drop you
gear.
off at a construction site, take your phone and chuck it on the highway. And
Yeah.
You have matching.
I don't know where he
pistols
went.
between your legs, right?
Eat this electricity, bitch. All right. Moving on. Lawsuit filed against Uber driver. Thanks for this ad, you jerk website. Lawsuit filed against an Uber driver for deadly 2016 Kalamazoo shooting. So this is
this the app that killed? Like the app
Yeah.
made me do it?
yeah, this guy Jeffrey Dalton, I
Yeah.
think. The lawsuit has been filed on a man from a man who says Uber was unreachable despite claiming to have a 24-hour helpline that would have deactivated the driver, who later went on a fatal shooting rampage that same day. Uber is accused of not responding to complaints against the driver at the time, Jason Dalton. Matt Millen said he was taken on a terrifying ride by the driver, Jason Dalton, on February 20, 2016, just hours before he went on to fatally shoot 6 people and injure 2. So, Mellon had to request an Uber ride around 4:30 p.m., and he ended up getting Dalton as his driver. The lawsuit describes the drive as terrifying. The lawsuit alleges that Dalton was running red lights, crashing other vehicles, as well as kidnapping, false imprisoning, and assault and battery. He escaped from the ride by jumping from the vehicle and sustained injuries and called 911. He said he contacted Uber immediately to report Dalton's unsafe driving to get him deactivated, but Uber did not deactivate Dalton, who was arrested after shooting 8 people 8 hours later.
the funny thing is he still had his app on.
Right.
Like he should have been able, even in 2016, he should have been able to hit emergency. I mean, there were ways to even then do it.
Yeah, but that was real new, though. Like
I'm just saying, like major emergency, not all the options like now, but
I'm telling you right now, though, even
Yeah.
now in 2021, if you pull 100 people, I bet most of them don't know how to get to that button.
But
I'm serious.
So why was Uber not able to turn him off in 8 hours?
Well, here's the weird part.
because
So,
he didn't get through.
he couldn't get through.
So they didn't, and he was
Didn't pick it
trying,
up.
but they didn't know. So when he called 911, if you don't already know this, you should. That Uber will not release any piece of information, even on an ongoing thing happening live with the police.
They
They
won't.
won't share it. No,
Not if it's a live situation.
no, dude. Like when that lady driver was stabbed, that I often refer to in Phoenix, who was in her 3rd trimester and stabbed 19 times in the belly. Uber, the police got wind of that somehow, and she had a tracking on her car. What's that company called that back in the day? And
LoJack.
yeah, it was like a LoJack somehow. And she somehow luckily got that to the police, but she was on with Uber and had to like she had 2 phones, had to go to the other phone and call 911. She was on hold with Uber.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is he called 911, right?
Right.
Okay, that's fine. But what did the cops do after he called 911? Because it sounds like there's a timeline after this guy's ride that later on he went out and shot people. So why didn't the cops
couldn't find him?
I mean, I guess
That's my thought too, is that he jumped out, he's causing mayhem, and Kalamazoo didn't have any kind of pinpoint or any way to locate. If they had got in touch with Uber and Uber had said, okay, yes, Dalton, this is the driver, here's where he is. Yeah, because he still had the app on, because the app was telling him what to do. So we know it was on.
So Uber's going to be paying out big time then, it sounds like.
My question is, he was arrested in 2016. He was sentenced, I think, in February of 2019. Why is this court case coming now?
Because that's how the court works.
But don't you all, I mean,
don't you think,
who's doing the suing?
No, this is 5 years later.
It must be the families of.
No. This guy lived. He was just a passenger earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So he's the guy suing.
He's suing.
Oh,
he's now suing, saying that earlier in the day he could have prevented all this, is what he's saying.
Right, but he may not have been able to sue until after the outcome of this other case.
True. But that was 2.5 years. That was
but the
30 months ago.
Done yet?
He was sentenced to Manistee County in 30 months ago.
But then,
Jasper, you know how the court system works. It takes forever for that stuff to go through.
No, I know. So so maybe he's been working with a lawyer now for
a while,
12 months to do the lawsuit, just to make sure everything gets,
I don't know. It sounds like pretty.
To me, the other thing that struck me was that he's only suing for $25,000.
I missed that part. That's all he's suing for.
But he's suing for $25,000, and he wants a jury trial. And that's what my guess is that's what's going to get him a ton of money, because Uber cannot handle a jury trial about this right now. So they're going to come to him and say, here's $1 million. Will you shut up?
But here's the other thing, though, Steve, is if he wins this, what about all the family that's left over of the people who got shot?
We just probably haven't heard those yet.
This is an opening lawsuit for all those.
There's 6 killed, 2 majorly injured. I mean, there's a lot.
If he wins this one,
this guy, I'm surprised he's just doing time in not the hardest prison either.
Well, Manistee, that doesn't sound like a fun place. It's a federal prison.
Right. I don't know. I'd send him to Jackson naked, like they did with Dahmer in Wisconsin, and just have all the guards turn their heads and let whatever happens happen.
It's getting real on this show tonight. Steve said he wasn't a killer earlier, but I think I'm going to leave that in. Just in case we have some proof.
I mean,
that guy deserved it, man. The app told me to do it.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. That's like that's
a bad day.
That's
had a bad day, Steve.
You guys got to stop talking over each other. I'm gonna.
That is the app-based Son of Sam.
Yes, it is. You know how hard this is going to be editing?
It's on you. You're the
you fucker. I'm charging extra this time.
Well, extra of nothing.
I know. It's still nothing. I'm getting paid overtime. Asshole.
You take however much you want.
Pete says, wow, that escalated quickly.
I'm angry.
Sure did. All right. If you want more of this garbage podcast, you can join us on Patreon, which we had.
I love how you did that.
That's a good transition, right? Yeah. Thank you. You can support us at patreon.com, search the Gig Economy Podcast, get a piece of merch, get an extra podcast. We had interviewed Matt from Curry. I was working on that last night. That should be out this week. And then we just, you just can support the show. All this costs money. And then I can bill Jesper for overtime if you join the Patreon. But no, we have a good time on that.
Time and a half.
You pay me time and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. Time and a half with your dick? That got weird. Anyways,
you always have to make it weird.
You can see Jesper's penis on the Patreon podcast. That's all I'm saying. I'm just that's what I'm saying. No, we'd love for you to support us.
Do you know my daughter listens to this show?
No, she doesn't. It's explicit. We appreciate everyone that supports us. I'm excited that Chris signed up. So fun to meet him and I don't know if his wife or his girlfriend, significant other. That was really cool. And we should have got Omar's email address because I wanted
know.
to send him a thank you for coming to the picnic. So Omar, I know you listen. Please email us your address.
He was
We really
another
appreciate it.
person who came from
Yeah,
from
Omar
afar.
came from Detroit
I know, Steve. Come on, Detroit.
just for the podcast.
Why you could come
From
over here.
Detroit, that's so much different than where I am.
I mean, come on.
It's,
mean,
it's only
excuses,
8
Steve.
times as long.
Just excuses.
Let's see how it is. You're willing to fly to Dallas, but not Grand Rapids. I
Yep,
get it.
I know.
Dude, I might drive to Dallas.
Oh, how far is that for you?
It's like 15 hours.
Oh, fuck that.
Well, I just mean because I might make a little more out of it. My cousin, who I haven't seen in forever, works for NASA in Houston.
Okay. I know
So-
Larry might drive his car down. He might drive. I'm not driving from Michigan.
That'd be the only reason I'd do it, is if I want to see her.
Okay.
She went through a divorce. She's got a kid I haven't even met,
All right.
so I haven't seen her in forever. So
Interesting. Well, yeah, it'll be a good drive for you. 15 hours.
otherwise, no, I will fly.
Oh shit! Larry says if Steve drives it, maybe I'll fly. Oh, now Larry's backing out.
Wait,
No.
Larry's only gonna drive if I don't
Well,
drive.
it's because he wants a car down. He
Because
wants,
Larry wants a car
he
down
wants
there,
the
so we don't
freedom
have.
of a vehicle.
We don't want to use the services we talk about. I mean, it's sketch. If I'm using Uber, it's gonna be Uber Black. Like I'm billing the company for that.
You might as well rent a vehicle. You could build a car.
I was just gonna say, why don't we just rent one? Larry, just fly and we'll rent one.
Yeah.
See, I'm renting a car in Denmark. I'm very excited about that.
All right, we are 103 in, so we're gonna fly through these next ones.
What?
Yeah.
So boring.
Fuck you.
This is
A lot of
nice-
F-bombs in here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
This is-
You know, yeah,
it's all Jason.
if you remember, Steve, well, maybe you don't. Where is
I
it?
absolutely do. The first time I dropped an F-bomb,
Oh no, I was gonna
On
say
here?
we did you drop one on here?
but like the first or second time I was on,
Oh,
you're
okay.
like, oh, he dropped an F-bomb. I thought, oh man,
Well-
that's not allowed here.
Well, it used to be. We never used to do that, and then I was like, you know what? Screw this. Let's just be ourselves. You know what I mean? So
So somebody made an addition to their app.
don't sound so excited. You're not gonna be able to read that because I can't read it.
Well, I read it earlier. So basically, I think it is DoorDash, right?
It is DoorDash, yep.
DoorDash. Basically, they're improving their process when it comes to delivering alcohol. So it's never been easier. Basically, what they're doing is they have you're not going to have to
See their ID.
see their ID and scan the ID every time. They have a new process in place so that you are able to just by confirming that it is the right person.
Yeah.
Are you doing it? Or am I doing it?
Sorry, I'm reading it as like the words were popping in as I was reading
So
it.
as long as it's the right person, you identify that it's it's the right person on the image. Now I'm all like taken out of it. Then as long as you have to confirm that, then that's all the verification you have to do, and you are able to deliver the goods. And as they end up by saying is, remember that if you deliver alcohol, you'll get 30% more out of it quite often.
The reason I brought that up is just I see problems with this. I mean, when you scan the actual ID, it actually scans it and it's like, oh shit, that's
Right.
But just having like, I don't know, I see some issues.
It's said in there, you don't even have to. You and I, Jason, were talking about this and joking about it not too long ago when we were talking about drizzle and how like kids will just order and say, yeah, my dad's sleeping.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
they're saying no ID and you're just going to have to just say you're you.
No, I think you have to match the person with the picture. So you still have to
Exactly.
look at the ID on the app, but they don't have to show it in person. You can't just drop and go unless
Well, but if the kids' parents are out of town, couldn't they just change the picture
I mean, I guess.
It's got to be a
to
photo of the
them?
ID,
Like
though.
a senior in high school wants to have a party. His parents are gone, and he has the app that allows Uber Eats and Drizzle to deliver kind of thing, and he saves the picture of his dad on the profile, switches it with his for the weekend, switches it back.
I mean, I think kids are stupid these days, but yeah, I guess that could happen. I mean,
but
I
at
just
that
gave a
point-
bunch of kids a bunch of good ideas how to party.
at that point, Steve, though, I think the issue here is at that point is no longer DoorDash's problem.
True.
It is though.
No, but
You're
they're the
serving
one.
to minors.
No, but yes, but they are following the system, if you will. The minor is the one who committed fraud.
Right, but yeah, so the kid could get charged with fraud, but just knowing what I know about alcohol, you have to check everybody. You have to look at everybody's ID, even if you know them as a regular. When I've been a bartender, somebody comes in every day, I still gotta, hey, can I see that?
And I understand what you're saying.
You gotta
Steve,
look.
but if they get the software, if they got the software approved in that sense to do it that way, then it's no longer their responsibility. As long as the basically what they're saying is that the person in the photograph is the person that has been approved for the account.
Yeah, technically they're not. They've done what they're supposed to do, but they still could get sued.
And I still could see, let's take out the switching picture thing. I still could see kids using the app and just kind of, like wearing a hat, pulling it down.
Yeah.
They probably have the facial features of the parents. I mean, like, dude, I see a ton of going wrong here.
It'll be attempted for sure.
Certainly is issues with it, yes. But, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, because
why is it so hard to check? You don't have to scan it, but why? They should at least be saying that these drivers are checking.
Well, I think if you're going to do anything, you have to scan it. It has to be scanned into the app, because otherwise showing them is the same as looking at the app. You know what I mean? If the kid can still dress up how he wants and still hand a driver's, although chances are the kid won't have the driver's license. But if the old man's back already passed out, they could get it out of his wallet,
Well, and then there's the parents who don't care at all.
True.
Sure, son, take my license here.
Yeah.
It sure seems like a way that like you could figure out how to get alcohol is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it. Let's put it that way.
It's not the old school days like all of us grew up with, where you go sit outside of the liquor store on the side and wait. And, hey, man, can you buy me some booze?
Shit.
You don't even want to get me talking about that, Steve. Then my legal drinking age is 15. So let's go there.
Nice.
Yeah, they're also communists. Okay, so this is kind of funny.
What?
A joke says, why did the Uber driver get fired? The passenger kept reporting him for going the extra mile.
And by the way, Denmark is not communist.
I know.
He's been waiting the whole time.
Did you like that? How I said it and then went right into the story, so you couldn't talk? Oh, I'm just kidding.
Communist.
Yeah. Jesper had him.
See, Larry, you're over 18. It's okay.
He's barely over 18. He gave me COVID too, so just so you know. Just kidding.
Is that something with bodily fluids?
He didn't talk. Oh,
How come we're so sure Larry gave it to you and not vice versa?
I know.
yeah. I think he did wake up one day with a little bit of a sore throat. But he's like, it's drainage. I'm like, yeah, right. It's COVID. No, I didn't.
But maybe you gave it to him.
He didn't even get it.
Oh.
He tested. If he got it, then it would be different. But that's what's crazy about COVID, because we stayed in the same Airbnb. We snuggled together. We were in the same classes together. We ate dinner together. We ate lunch together. Like all that stuff. He didn't get it. I got it.
Well,
Yeah.
And you guys were both vaccinated, so you had your masks off when you were in close proximity. And
Correct.
Yeah, that's just weird.
So what I want to know is, was you front or back in the spoon?
I was back.
You just tried to figure out which one was worse.
Yeah, I did. Did you see me look for a second before I answered? Oh shit. All right. All right. This is kind of funny. Oh, you can't read that very well. I just realized that. I'm sorry, y'all.
Is that mine?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it real
No,
quick
I
so we
got
can
it.
get done with this podcast?
Thanks for confirming. Dash of support. Thanks for confirming for a faster resolution. I will give you a call so we can transfer the call to the dedicated team. It was my pleasure to assist you today, and thanks again for being a JP Morgan Reserve cardholder.
So obviously this chat person had a shortcut for another support. You think that happens? They're working for multiple companies at the same time.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm oblivious to that.
Oh my God, they have like radial I've actually seen some videos. They actually over in the Philippines and everything, they have radial buttons. And so one comes in, it says Uber, and then it's just got flow pages. And that's why you get them saying, I don't know. Because if it's not one of the four, They don't know.
They just
And
That's
there
why they're
isn't
like-
an other let's proceed without this. It's like you have to click one. So that's why you can get a misinterpreted thing too, because they're like, you know what? I'm not hearing you. I'm just gonna click that you got raped.
oh,
You know, it just is flow screens. It's not typing, it's not entering info. It's just
click, click, click.
yeah, it's just basic data entry.
Oh, ridiculous. Okay, so this is from Steve here. You have to help me with this, Steve. Did you write this, or is this just a repurpose?
Which one is it?
Sorry, I apologize. The vaccine mandate may not apply to your Uber driver Big Mac server.
Right. It won't.
Right. Did you write this, or did you
No.
repurpose?
Yeah,
So basically what it's boiling down to is the mask or the vaccine mandate of 100 employees or more won't apply to Burger King or those kind of things, because each of those buildings need to have 100 people, even though the company itself, and a lot of them are independently owned as well, and they're not part of the corporation.
So the company only have less people. Yep.
Right. And there was something else I read in here. I need to use that highlight thing that I knew that I used, because otherwise I forget where this shit is. But so what they're talking about is many about the 1099 being an independent contractor. It's hard for Uber or DoorDash or anything to enforce that. I did read somewhere that Grubhub was going to make everyone be vaccinated, but I saw it like a rumor and I haven't seen it again. So I don't know if that's the truth or not. But if they make everyone be vaccinated as an independent contractor, then aren't we kind of like employees?
Yeah, these lines you got to watch real carefully right now too.
you-
As soon as you do that, especially in
about
California,
I was going to say California.
they're gonna have to shut down. Boom. They'll be
Yeah,
done in
or New York, or
California.
Seattle, something like that. But
Real quick, I know we're trying to rush through this, but speaking of where Jesper's from, I saw in the Dutch news that the Dutch courts passed the same kind of stuff that the UK has been doing and London did about worker class in the middle. But they also did what the taxi syndicate has done everywhere, which is they already said that Uber not only has to treat them as employees, but they have to hire 4,000.
oh,
They're the first place to give them a number. You have to have
interesting.
4,000 drivers because they based it on a per capita system.
Okay,
So I'd like to point out that I'm from Denmark, not
not
I know, but
Netherlands.
not the Netherlands.
One and the same.
And
Yeah, it's in Europe.
it's not. And Uber is illegal in Denmark.
Yeah, communist country.
Lots of
Is that,
bikes.
is that a Danish hat?
Yeah, it's a Danish flag.
That's a Danish flag. Cool. I never seen that hat before.
Well, it's new. I bought it at Danish festival in Greenville.
Oh, is it made in China?
I don't know.
Hey man, I'm Finnish. We're one of the only countries that didn't support the war on Hitler.
All right, we're not going down that road. Okay, this is a
I
TikTok.
mean, I do, but I'm just saying.
Oh.
I think it's because of the touching to Russia. They're in a very scared position.
Again, three things we don't talk about this show: history, math, and geography. I just added history tonight.
And violence and
Violence.
this has
Okay,
been pretty interesting.
this is annoying.
I
How to
know,
annoy
good night.
your Uber driver.
How to ensure your Uber driver won't talk to you during your ride. Idea number 1. Hey there. Hey, how's it going? Good. Do you mind if I play some music? Oh, sure. I got my aux cord if you want to. I won't be needing that. This is a song I wrote the other day about when I stubbed my toe. What?
No one thinks that's funny.
Oh, it's okay.
I thought, I think
quite
I
bad.
do. I think I saw that story, and for some reason, my eyes must have played tricks on me because I thought it said a tuba,
Oh, really?
or maybe there was another story about a tuba, and that's a play on it. But I don't know.
could
I thought
be.
it said tuba.
What are those little things called?
Kazoo.
A kazoo.
I still
Yeah.
love those things as a kid. Incredible.
They're weird.
They are weird though.
Yeah, but they're an instrument for $1.
Yeah. And if I would use it so much, or I would blow on it so hard. Don't use the dirty joke. Don't do it. I hesitated on saying it, but I did it anyways. I would break the paper in there. There's a little piece of paper that rattles to make that noise because I blew it too hard. Is that funnier than the video?
We need to have ping pong paddles that say things.
What? What do you mean?
So
For
that we
what?
don't interrupt when you said don't say it, that we can at least hold up a ping pong.
Oh,
paddle
there you go.
or something. Yeah.
I want one with a middle finger on it. Pete says I was blowing so hard.
Yep.
Yes, I was. Okay, the last thing is just a video.
Pete would know.
Pete, excuse me. This is interesting. This guy, there's a huge attempt on Twitter to find this delivery driver, but I think this was in one of the hurricanes. But this is crazy that this guy even delivered this. So I'm going to play it real quick. So anyways, that guy, if you I have to find the article. I don't have the link in here, but someone's trying to find him. That guy was delivering for Grubhub. I don't know who said he was, but that's weird that he was even doing that. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm kind of a wimp, I'll admit it. When there's bad weather, I stay home.
That was one of those northeast floods, right? It was like New Jersey or something up there.
Yeah,
there,
I think
right?
so. Yeah, I don't think it was part of the hurricane, but like the aftermath or something like that.
Dude, I made a joke on Twitter about that, and I caught such hell. I couldn't believe it. I put it on but I did it in a fun. I mean, like, so all these people were saying all this. I can't believe this is how dare people let him, and it's his decision. But my joke was, I know, right? And the food's gonna be wet. And people were like, "That's what you saw in this video. That's
a great joke."
All right, I was like, "Dude, that's fucking.
That's a great. That's a softball. Like that's a perfect.
But a lot of people got mad about that. I'm telling you, I had some hate.
You've made it when you got some hate, but yeah, I don't deliver in the bad weather when it's like a blizzard. Like what?
See, one of my best nights when I was driving the Mazda is still a blizzard year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can make a ton of money.
I made a killing that night.
I wonder what he made on that.
I don't know.
$3.
He probably got $3. Yeah, $3, and he probably got some disease from the sewage water that he was walking through. A little extra tone there.
He looked like he was respecting himself a lot.
Oh man. Well, guys, thank you guys so much. I can't thank Steve enough for coming on the show. I will be on Steve's show coming up this Monday. When does that drop? Tuesday?
You have to be 10 minutes late on his show.
10 minutes late. See, his isn't live, so
yeah,
he'd be
I'm cool because I'll just wait
10
for
minutes.
him.
That's cool. Whatever. Yeah, but check out Steve's show, Rideshare Rodeo, of course, anywhere you download, or if you go to uberliftdrivers.com, you can also get the show there.
Thank you, everybody, for listening in and staying on.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. She said food delivery apps shut down early to keep drivers off the road. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I would like to see more apps do that instead of like trying to rake in the money. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. We'll see you in a couple weeks.